Hey, what's going on, everybody? Schmoop here, and what are we doing? We're using the Wish Ender? Oh no, what's going on? So turns out Bungie made a legendary version of this. I want you to look at those stats, the 92 impact and everything else that went with it. Oh, this has a faster draw time and the same impact. Oh, it has penetrating arrows and kinetic tremors, you say? Yeah. PSA, get this bow. If you like kinetic bows, this honestly is the best kinetic bow in the game. And I'm about to go over some numbers and some stats here and show you why this thing could very well be better than Wish Ender. Now keep in mind, Wish Ender can naturally go through barrier champs. So that is the edge it has, and it's an exotic, so take that into consideration that you're trading your exotic slot for anti-barrier. Now, on the other hand, this legendary bow can compete with this. So, like, let's just test here. I'm going to fire in a line. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I went through all 5 of the targets. We're going to go ahead and try again on the other side. Sorry for the skipping. Elgato's been weird lately. But yeah, went through all the targets, and I missed that shot, but that is what it is. So for a crit on a single target, 645, for a body, 359. And then if we switch over to the Mercury, the legendary, it somehow gets 502 for a body and 566 for a crit. So this thing's crit multiplier is actually lower, but it does almost the same damage. And if you look, this 100% goes through and over-penetrates the exact same amount of targets as Wish Ender, the exotic bow. Yeah, do not sleep on this thing. So the big thing here is Wish Ender is also a monster because it has multiple damage ticks when it goes through. As you can see here, it hits 3 times technically as it's going through. And it does a lot of damage in one bolt, coming out to roughly 506. Now I know the numbers in here are a little off, but it's good if we're using it for the same thing. So a crit does 601. Now keep that in mind, and I'm going to showcase that later. 601 is the crit that I got with all the numbers combined. If we do a crit with this, it does 284, which obviously is lower. Now keep in mind here how long it went. In 2 arrows still proc kinetic tremors that far apart. That is a monstrous amount of time. Sure, the base numbers are indeed lower, but if we do 2 arrows versus 2 arrows, you're gonna see that the damage is almost the same. It's off by what, 100 for 2 arrows? So for a legendary to put up numbers like that, it is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to do a 10 bolt comparison here real quick to show you. It's going to be 10 arrows of the Mercury, and I'm going to miss 1 crit. It's not going to matter too much in the long run. And then 10 arrows from Wish Ender, just to give you a general idea of the difference between them. And you are going to see there is a difference, but for the utility that the Mercury can bring, being a legendary, not taking up the exotic slot, and also doing one thing that Wish Ender kind of struggles with, which is AoE ad clear, this thing is seriously a monster. So you see the difference in total damage there is... It's a nice little chunk, roughly like 20%, 18% more on Wish Ender. But if we put these ads together, I want to show you just how nice this is. You can use this bow to chunk the big targets, and it will just take care of the ads around it for you. Wish Ender can't do that. Do not sleep on this bow. And until next time, peace.